the next chapter, which is exercise 5.1 for grade 8 maths, and this chapter is about the data handling. Before starting this chapter, Sukana, can you elaborate what is data and how we can handle a data? You can pick an example from our daily lives. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, explain.
Data handling consists of data like number of children,
Okay.
number of cars.
Okay.
We can present them through pictograph, bar graph, histogram, tally marks.
Yes. And can you take an example from our daily life in which we have a huge amount of data and we are handling that data in a three different ways, and you have to tell me that example, particular example, and that three ways.
Oh, number the hours between Aryan plays games,
Okay.
eats, and studies.
We are using Aryan as example again, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we are
ma'am.
discussing his gaming time.
Yeah, ma'am.
And he also has the study hours. He also has the gaming hours. He also has the outdoor games. He
He has
also
only one specific hour, that is gaming hour. He barely studies a lot, but he
it
still
means
gets
that
good
in
marks.
the 5 week, in the 7 days of a 1 week, he has a particular time in which he gave all the time to its gaming. Is it?
There's only one particular hour he studies. That's only once in a week.
Yes. So
Like
if your mama has to decide the timetable of Aryan, then your mama will pick the 24 hours and will take a look that in which hour Aryan has to do this, and this is a bedtime, this is a breakfast time, this is a dinner time, this is lunch time, gaming time, and study. Is it? And your mama will be arranged everything about the Aryan in the form of data for a month, for a 5 months, even for the in a 1 year. So that is handled by your mother in a proper manner, and that may be a frequency distribution, that may be in a form of bar pictograph. Is it?
yeah, ma'am.
Now we can start the exercise 5.1. For which of these would you use a histogram to show the data? The number of letters for different areas in postman bags, and the height of competitors in an athletes meet, and the number of cassettes produced by 5 companies, and the number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at a station. So these are the 5 different cases. You have to tell that in which you can show an histogram to show the data.
Okay.
So I think by observing the given data, we can make a frequency distribution. We can.
Yeah, ma'am.
Exercise 5.1, we just have to tell that in the given data, which data will be arranged in the form of histogram with the use of histogram. So the number of letters for different areas in postman bag, and the height of competitors in athlete meet, and the number of cassette produced by the 5 companies, and the number of passengers boarding trains from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So in the case of the data given in alternative B and D, we will use the histogram, as we can divide the given data in class intervals, because in the B this is the height of competitors in athletics meet, because we have a different competitors now that meets in athletics, and they have a different height, and we can make a class interval that this is a height between 5 to 10, 5.2, and the height may be the difference. I'm just giving an example. Okay. And in the B and in the D, the number of passengers boarding trains from 7, because we can tell the specific kind of numbers. For example, if they are boarding from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., then 0 to 10 people, 10 to 20 people, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, or 50 to 60, and then 100, maybe more than 100. We can make class intervals. Okay. And then in the case of alternatives A and C, we do not know about the number of the letters of different areas and the number of cassettes produced by the given companies, because we knew this thing that a cassette, a company of a cassette can make huge amount of cassettes, and we don't have a specific amount of that cassette. If we know that specific amount we can make interval, then we can make a histogram. Remember that whenever you have to draw an histogram, you need the class intervals. If you don't have, you cannot draw an histogram. Okay. And then
Yes.
next thing is that we do not have any approximate idea about it. Therefore, we cannot define class interval for this data. Thus, we will not use histogram. Okay, we can use this in your textbook as well. No? We just have to tell them. Okay.
Yeah,
Or
ma'am.
let me tell you one thing. Because we also have to give the reason. No? If there is not enough space to solve, give the reasons at that textbook. You can write question number exercise 5.1. Just follow the steps that I'm showing on the whiteboard. Okay, this is a question number 1
Okay.
and this is A part. You don't have to write the whole 8 part. You just have to write the answer. Okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So for the A part, we do not know about the number of cassettes. You just have to give the reason. For the A part, we do not know about the numbers, so we cannot use histogram for this data. I'm gonna speak, you have to write. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Do I have to read again, or are you writing?
Ma'am, I understood.
Okay, very good.
So the first question is, for which would you see a histogram to show the data? I think the D1 will use histogram.
B and D1 will use the histogram, na? A and C will not use the histogram. Because
So the
yes,
reason?
yes. For the first reason, the reason is we do not know the number of letters of different areas. Because in every area we don't have an interval, not for in single area, and they are talking about the different areas. How we would know?
We do not know the letters.
Letters for different areas. That's why we cannot draw histogram for this data.
We do not know the letters for different areas.
Yes, and we cannot draw the histogram for this data. This is the reason. Done?
B, how we will draw the histogram?
No, histogram will not be drawn. We just have to give the reason.
Yeah, I know that for B the
Because we know this, na? In the athlete, there is a specific kind of height of the precautions. Because look here, if you're going to the lab, in the laboratory, there's a kind of precautions you have to follow, na? Strictness and the rules. So if you are going to apply it in an athlete, maybe the swimmer, maybe the racer, maybe the gamer, there is a specific kind of height they needed. So we know that intervals. Maybe started from 5.1 to 5.5, 5.5 to 5.10, or maybe more than that, 6.2. We know that ratio.
so yes, we can draw a histogram for the data in B.
Yes. Because the reason is because we can divide the given data in class intervals. In the B, because according to the given data, we can divide into class interval. We can make histogram.
C we cannot draw.
Yes. C, because we don't have any specific data of number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. If they talk about one company, we can. But not about the 5 companies. Done?
And last one. I'm writing the C.
Okay. This is the one thing I noticed. If you are going to give the data of one institute, one area, one building, one person, you can. But if they are going to talk about the multiple things, you can't.
Okay. And the reason for D?
And the reason for D is we will use histogram as we can divide the given data in class interval. Same answer you wrote in the B. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we can start the question number 2.
Right.
Okay. I think you can do the question number 2 because you did the same question in the yesterday class.
Okay, ma'am. Wait.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Now read the question number 2.
The shoppers who come to a departmental store are marked as man M, woman W, boy B, or girl G. The following list gives the shoppers who came during the first hour in the morning.
Okay. So these are the ratio like for the boys, women, boy and girl and then men. Okay. So we have to make a frequency distribution table using telemarks. Draw a bar graph to illustrate. First thing you have to mention the shopper and then you have to telemarks. Then you have to write the frequency distribution by looking at data. You have to make a graph. So this is the same table that we did in the last class. So the question will goes like this. How the question will be done? The question will be done like this. This is you have to draw the graph. No, first you have to write the data table. Then table, I know you know the table, how to draw that table. Yes, this is from the first block for the shopper. This is the tally marks and this is the number.
Okay.
And then you know this because in the shopper what we have to write? We have to write the given data of W, M, B and G. You don't have to write again and again. You just write W for the woman, M for men, B for boy,
Okay.
G for girl. Okay?
Okay.
Now by calculating how many W's that will come in tally marks, and by counting that number that will be comes in frequency table. Got it?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
complete this table and give me the answer. Okay?
Ma'am, can we just discuss the whole exercise? Because in class we already